Perfect baseball swing. The majority of our young people cannot play a mental game of baseball at this stage, so they must be developed physically and mechanically to be successful at this level. Parents, coaches, I want you to use this video as a tool to help accomplish that. Choosing the right bat, the critical part of a hitter's job. The one thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the bat is no longer than your arm reach. I talk to parents on a regular basis, trying to get them to understand that using a bat that is your arm length, not a bat that is big, trying to hit the ball with power is not going to help your child. The one thing that we want to do is we want to measure the bat from the palm of your hand and make sure that it reaches the middle of your chest. Your child is growing every year. What I see now, I see a lot of young kids with a bat that is way too big for them, and they're trying to swing the bat and their timing is tremendously off because they're physically not able to accomplish this feat. So what I encourage with all parents is to swing a bat that is just the length of your arm only. You measure from the palm of your hand to the middle of your chest. And I can guarantee you, you will have better bat speed and your child will have more contact. We're looking for the bat to reach the middle part of his chest. This bat is now exceeding the middle part of his chest by 2 inches. So the appropriate thing to do is to take the bat, this is the actual measurement here, and have your hitter to choke up a couple of inches. Now, some kids are able to compensate because of their strength. A lot of them are not able to. So the one thing you want to do is you want to use this as a basic measurement in helping your child swing the bat. So if you would choke up now 2 inches on the bat, that is the appropriate length for this young man's hitting development. Making sure that the bat extends to the outside part of the plate is a critical part of your hitting approach. I see a lot of kids, they want to emulate these major leaguers. A lot of these major leaguers stand very close to the plate because these guys are seasoned pull hitters, seasoned power hitters. And you're also hitting off of a pitcher that is going to pitch in an area either outside or inside. The ball's not going to be behind you, it's not going to be at your feet, it's not going to be over your head on a regular basis like we see in the sandlot fields. Remember, this video is designed for young parents and young players to teach them the basic mechanics in hitting a baseball. The one thing I'd like to see you do is walk up to the plate, extend the outside part of your bat to the outside part of the plate. If a ball is out here, we're not going to swing at it. But if the ball is here on the outside corner of the plate, your bat can reach it. That's all you want to accomplish. Now, when you do that, the fat part of the baseball bat is actually over the plate. If the pitch is out here, we're not going to swing at it. But if the pitch is right here, I can reach it. If I'm going to hit the ball to left field, it's right here. If I'm going to hit the ball to center field, it's right here. If I'm going to hit the ball inside to right field, it's right here. That's the contact positions when you're hitting a baseball. Now, the one thing you want to do is you want to make sure to hit the fat part of the bat. This is called the live area of the baseball bat, between here and here. You don't want to hit the ball up in here, in this area here. So I see a lot of hitters. If you move in, stand too close, sometimes even closer. Come on in. And they will be in this position here. If you send your bat out here, now you see how much of the fat part of the baseball bat, which is the attack part of the baseball bat, is in foul territory. If they throw the ball out here, we're not going to hit it. So if your child is pulling everything down the right field line, maybe foul, and every ball that he hits with power is only hit to right field, that's telling you something. That is telling you that he's in the wrong position. For him to hit the baseball, he would have to swing, and his bat would be in this position here. Every ball that he hits is going to go to right field. He's not going to be able to hit the ball to left field or to center field with any authority. So what we want to do is we want to back up, stick your arms out over the plate, and you want to get your measurement, because this is going to ensure you hitting the ball with the fat part of the bat on a more consistent basis. So you want to walk into the batter's box. Stick that bat all the way out, not with collapsed arms like this, but with your arms fully extended so that the outside part, the end of your bat reaches the outside part of the plate. You can now make good solid contact with that swing. When you set yourself up at the plate, I want to see you draw a line with your feet in front of your feet to make sure that every time you step out of the batter's box, you walk right back to the same spot each time. I see a lot of kids, they'll stand here once, they'll stand here, they'll move up closer, they'll do all these things. And all that does is it hurts them when it comes down to swinging the baseball. Why? Because the pitch now that you have just hit out of the ballpark the last time up is now a different pitch because of where you're standing. So, if you can maintain the same batting stance every time you walk to the plate, I can guarantee you your child will be successful. This is a very important segment of the video. This is step 3. Step 3 is the position of your head. I realized this after my injury in 1980, that your head is a major, major part of your hitting approach. I had an accident in 1980, which caused my baseball career to pretty much come to an end. And what I realized is before that time, I had very good control of my head in the batter's box, meaning if you're a right-handed hitter, you want to make sure that your head is facing in the right center field position because the ball has to cross the plane of your eyes at some time. Now, what happens? A lot of kids do this. As soon as they make that contact, the ball is either dribbled in the infield or a little lazy pop-up. When I see kids drive the baseball, their head is in this position right here after their swing. Then they look up and they find the baseball. This is called a good, fundamentally sound swing. And I can guarantee you, when you use this approach, you're going to hit the ball more consistently, and you're going to see the ball clearer. Why? Because your head and your eyes are not moving. I talked about my injury in 1980 and how that affected my career. I see that happening on a regular basis during the lessons that I perform here in Lancaster, California. The one thing that I enjoy doing is teaching parents this approach to hitting because there is a high level of success here because your child is now maintaining eye contact with the ball. If your child is pulling his head this way, you probably see your child grounding out to shortstop, grounding out to second base on a consistent basis. Why? Because he's actually swinging on top of the baseball. He's not staying there and driving the baseball. So if you're a left-handed hitter, you want your head facing the left center field area. If you're a right-handed hitter, you want your head facing the right center field area. After you make contact, you want to make sure that your head stays in that position after contact, as you can see right here, not this position here. You want to make sure your head is here, and then after your complete follow-through, then you look up and you find the baseball. But if we train our young people to swing a bat and to make sure that their head is in the right position on every swing, I can guarantee you they will develop great hitting mechanics, and their tools and their ability will increase every year. So, keep your head as a right-handed hitter facing the right center field position. If you're a left-handed hitter, you want to keep your head in the left center field position. And after contact, you want to keep your head right there on the ball and follow through. This segment is surrounding your stride to the baseball. We've gone through segment 1, 2, and 3. This is number 4. The one thing that you want to do, the pitch is coming towards you, you want to stride to the baseball. You don't want to stride away from the baseball because you now eliminate step 2 where you're talking about your measurement to the plate. So you want to stay in that same stance. The pitch is coming right down the middle of the plate, you stride into it. If the pitch is outside, if the pitch is away from you, you want to step slightly to the baseball. This is going to accomplish the power that you're looking for as a hitter. Every hitter today is trying to drive the baseball. They want to hit the baseball solid every time up. With these basic tools, you're going to be able to drive the baseball a whole lot more consistently because your mechanics are fundamentally sound. One thing I want to stress is the fact that you need to make sure that your feet are wider than your elbow in your stance to ensure balance. Take a look at this stance here. My elbows are here, chin is on that shoulder, hands are back, my feet are outside of my elbow span. That's going to ensure balance when I take my swing. Chin shoulder is a very important part of the measured stance. chin, shoulder. Look at my hands. They're now back. They're not here. A lot of kids want to do this. They want to hit from here. That hurts them. If they put their chin on their shoulder, hands automatically go back. Here, here. That locks you in, and it will give you a strong swing. Lots of times kids will move forward too soon. Now they're fooled. They have nothing to swing from. But if your hands are in the position here, and you move forward too soon, you can still take a full swing. I guarantee you this will help your batting stance. I see a lot of kids, they want to stand with the funky stance and the swing here. There's no balance. And their first movement is to stride here. When you do that, you move your head forward. When you move your head forward, if the pitcher's throwing 80 miles an hour, you just moved into a moving object, you made that object 84 miles an hour. So you're helping the pitcher. If you have your wide stance with your balance and your feet positioned outside of your elbows, the only movement that needs to take place is the lifting of the front foot and putting it right back down. My head did not move. My head does not move, that means I see the ball better. But I see this happen a lot of times. Kids will move into this position here, stride forward, moving their eyes, moving their head, which will actually change the position of the baseball, and they will not hit the baseball solidly. So, keep your feet wider than your elbows, chin on that shoulder, hands back, take your swing. A perfect baseball swing. The majority of our young people cannot play a mental game of baseball at this stage, so they must be developed physically and mechanically to be successful at this level. Parents, coaches, I want you to use this video as a tool to help accomplish that.